This chess puzzle forced the World Chess Federation to change the rules of chess. How come? Let's figure it out together. This chess puzzle was composed in 1972 by Tim Krabbé, and this is checkmate in 3. To make things easier for you, I'll even make the first move. So the first move is pawn e7, and black strongest response is to capture this pawn on f3, and now we've got checkmate in 2. And if you're truly curious about this, you may try to pause the video and solve the puzzle, even though it is indeed tricky. Alright, if you don't want to try it out on your own, because indeed, as I said, it's quite an evil puzzle, let's try to figure out things together. So the first move of the solution here is to promote the pawn into a rook. After that, black has only 2 possible moves here, whether to move the king or to move the pawn, because all the other pawns are blocked. If they move the pawn, then the solution is simple and elegant. We just castle kingside, and this delivers a checkmate. This rook checks the king, and this rook covers this file, therefore this is check. That is simple and clear. But let's take this move back. What if black plays a sneaky move king to g2, trying to run away with their king? At this point, it seems at first that there is just no solution, as at this point you get a checkmate in 1 move. And yet, Tim Krabbé came up with a really funny solution which forced FIDE to change the rules of chess, which is really funny. That just merely a chess puzzle can force the World Chess Federation to update the rules of chess. So here's what he said. He said that according to the definition of castling, castling is a move that moves your king 2 squares towards the rook, for example that way, while the rook takes the square that the king has crossed. For example, we move the king 2 squares towards the rook, and the rook takes the square that was crossed by the king. That's the definition of casting. And applying this logic, he said, hey, white can make not only the long casting or short casting, but also a very long, kind of vertical castling. So the king moves 2 squares forward, and the rook now should take the square that a king has crossed, and that would be a castling and a checkmate. So we'll have a position like this. So that would be the checkmating position where I just castled and delivered the checkmate. So the puzzle in a way is beautiful, because in both of the lines white delivers checkmate by casting, but just in one case it was a forward casting or a very long casting. I'm not really sure how to call it. And you know, it happened in 1972, the year where there was the World Championship match between Fischer and Spassky. I wonder, hypothetically, if one of the players, let's say Fischer, would play the vertical casting in a real game and then explain to his puzzled opponent and an arbiter that the move is made according to the rules of chess. The king is moving 2 squares towards the rook, and the rook takes the square that the king has crossed. I wonder what would they do. That would be really funny. So it's crazy to think that he found this loophole in the chess rules, and even FIDE had to update the rules and say, no, you can only make it along the first rank, and you cannot make a vertical castling. If you want to brush up your tactical vision, here is a standard puzzle. There are no tricks anymore. Classical chess puzzle. White to play, checkmate in 2 moves. And if you can't find the solution, please write it down in the comments below. And in case you're not sure how to solve it, just scroll to the comments. I'm sure somebody will present the solution there, or you may download it by clicking the link below the video. Either way, I hope that you enjoyed this video. You may also love to watch this video where I covered how to play against white's first move d4. Published it recently. If you missed it, check this out right now. Very powerful gambit. Also, you may always attend my free masterclass, the best way to improve at chess instantly, by clicking the link over there. Wishing you all the best. Talk soon.